Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining me here on the WITN First Alert Desk at 8 a.m. I'm Gigi Barnett. Hope you're all having a wonderful Friday morning. It's not the most beautiful of Fridays. We're going to be seeing pretty rainy conditions out there, and obviously there's still that chill in the air. Jim's going to talk a little bit about what we're going to be expecting throughout the day today as well as the weekend. I know lots of towns and cities across Eastern Carolina have many Christmas events going on, lots of parades happening Saturday and Sunday. Jim will have what to know through all of the days. I know all those parades are at different times of the day, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. So he'll have a whole timeline on that. But before we get into his forecast, we do have a story out of Goldsboro in a WITN First Alert exclusive. We spoke with a family of a man who has been missing for nearly a month now, and Goldsboro police believe that his disappearance, they do suspect foul play is involved. So we spoke with some of his family members to talk about just getting more information about his disappearance and hopefully finding some answers for them.
Tristan McNeil's family says their emotions are in shambles. Goldsboro police say the 21-year-old has been missing for nearly a month. The man's family members told me they believe he's dead and just want anyone with information to come to them.
We just ask for help as a family, friends, and a community. We just ask and we all gather for help. And if anyone know anything, speak up.
McNeil was last seen here in the 600 block of Sherrard Court on November 8th around 12:45 in the afternoon. Police said he was taken by someone in a blue vehicle and they believe foul play is involved. McNeil's grandmother, Tanya Wooten, says he was getting in trouble before he disappeared.
Tristan had a good heart, but just like other teenagers, he got into things he didn't supposed to get into, and he did things that he wasn't supposed to do.
McNeil's family told me right now their top priority is finding him.
Basically, I just want to know where his body is. I mean, I don't even care about who did it or whatever. We can go down that road later. Right now, I just want to know where his body is so we can have some kind of closure.
His brother, Nazir Graham, told me McNeil was a man of many talents.
The man could play football, basketball, baseball, soccer. He was athletic, he was funny, he was loving, he was caring.
Graham said his brother is also a father and he wants anyone with information to think of his children.
He's a father too. He's a father too. So they need their dad as they get older. So we just want him.
A heartbreaking story there, knowing that the family is still looking for those answers. So if you do have any information related to his disappearance, please contact the Goldsboro police. We have all of that information up on our website. Even if you'd like to share that information anonymously, anything will help in that case. Well, let's talk weather now. I was mentioning before you got here that we're in for a chilly, dreary kind of day. Lots of just rain throughout the day today. Not so much heavy rain, but just persistent
Absolutely,
rain.
yeah. This will not be like a few days ago, the moderate to heavy rain we saw at times. Dank is a word that keeps coming to my head. Everybody's got their own word to describe this kind of day. Dreary, I think, is a popular one. The raindrops will kind of persist, I think, all the way up until almost sunset, and then quickly exit the coast 6, 7, 8 o'clock. So it's an all-day deal. But once it exits, it should stay out of here through the weekend. Okay. Monday we'll get a chance coming back. So let's dig in. I'll show you the rain right now. The rain-snow line, and this is generally a rain event for us until you get up into Halifax, Northampton counties. That's Roanoke Rapids up on the I-95 corridor, and then into Virginia. They're getting pretty decent snow up there. I'm hearing reports of 2 to 3 inches from Roanoke back towards Richmond. That's enough to make a snowman up there, no doubt, to get those roads real slick. So if you're headed that way, please keep that in mind. You may want to delay your travel for a day if you can, headed into Virginia. You can see some of that white slipping down on I-95, again, towards Roanoke Rapids right now. Rocky Mount, liquid. Maybe a flake or two mixing in. Same thing in, I would say, a Hosky and Windsor. It wouldn't shock me if you saw a flake or two with a raindrop, but not much. Not enough where I'm worried about traveling up there. And again, pretty much liquid for everybody else. There's the winter weather advisories. All those are all counties shaded in that purple shading from just north of Rocky Mount, Halifax County, into almost the entire state of Virginia. Nearly every county of Virginia in the advisory, 1 and 2 inches of snow, some pockets of 3 or more. Norfolk not in that, or maybe the north side is when I look at that map, and southern portions of the Delmarva there getting into those advisories as well. There we are, we're good. This is not a winter event for us, but if you need to see a little snow, head up to Virginia. You'll find it not long after you cross the state line. You can see Roanoke Rapids at freezing. So yeah, it might be a slick bridge or two near the state line. That would be the main thing you'd have to watch. We're not seeing accumulating snow there, but cold enough for maybe an icy spot or two. Elevated stairways or overpasses where air can get underneath it. Further south, I would say generally low 40s, upper 30s, low 40s, and holding as we roll through the day. There's 10 a.m. Spotty rain north, better overall coverage of light rain from Highway 264 southward, and that generally holds into the afternoon through at least early afternoon. And we're not going to warm much. When you've got rain falling under a cloud deck like this, combine that with a north breeze at 10, the thermometer struggles to move. So I don't think we'll see 50s, probably mid 40s. We might climb 5 degrees on the thermometer. All right, we're getting out of work, still some rain around, but watch that rain clear out of here. Drier air starts working in slowly as we get into the overnight Friday night. Still a lot of mid-level moisture, so the clouds, they're going to hang in there probably Saturday. You can see those air temps staying generally in the 40s Saturday, but I like the trend on rain chances down to maybe a 20 or 30% coastal areas. Crystal Coast, Onslow County, Carteret County, south of New Bern Saturday afternoon, and then Saturday night, adios to those few showers. Most of us dry Saturday. And then Sunday, this is a nice change as well. What looked like generally a thick, cloudy day, now trending sunnier. Most of the data says this will hold. With sunshine, we can bump those temperatures up as well. We'll try to get some low, maybe even mid-50s. Warm mid-50s compared to what we're seeing. That's not bad on a Sunday. Monday, there's a chance for a shower or two coming back in. A little storm off the coast. Rainfall potential, as far as the rain gauges, 1/4 to 1/2 inch it's looking like as we go through the day today. And again, not much behind that. You can see the winds there out of the northeast. Sustained 10 to 15. We'll add 10 for wind gusts. Tomorrow, lighter winds, 5 or less, so pretty calm day Saturday. I'll get you there and you'll see that little bit of a breeze comes in out of the west. So the cloud's still there. That shift in the wind gets us maybe towards an upper 40, trying to catch 50, but I don't think we will tomorrow. That'll be Sunday. 8-day forecast. 44 today, 49 tomorrow. Wet today, generally dry tomorrow. Save that coastal shower or two. Sunday looks pretty good. 50s, maybe more sun than clouds if we continue on this trend. Monday's still a bit of a question mark. Got to hold a rain chance in there. Some of the models say no rain. I've got 1 or 2 that want to keep a little bit of rain in the area with a storm off the coast. So I'll put a 30 on that with a 43 windy degree high. That is some cold air on Monday. We'll climb out of that though, Gigi, mid to late week. Trending towards 60s. How about that? I say that's a normal high, but we haven't seen much in the way of 60 for a while, and we won't for a while longer until late next week.
Yeah, all right. I'm glad to see that there are 60s on there, because earlier, I think earlier this week, we hadn't seen them yet, and we didn't know when they'd come back. So hopefully,
yeah,
it stays that way.
I started to see the trends yesterday in some of the models, and you really need to see a couple of days of that before you can jump in on it.
Right.
There's a chance that may not hold that trend, but I like the fact that now I've got about 48 hours of data continuing to show that warming air, so we should get there. And again, it's not like a massive warm up, but comparatively speaking, to get over 60 late next week is going to feel pretty good.
Absolutely. All right. Well, Jim, thank you so much for the update. And thank you, everyone, for joining us this morning. We have quite a few people over on Facebook watching us. Good morning to you, Penny, George, Jose, and Juanita. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you all stay dry and warm today and enjoy any kind of weekend plans. I know so many things happening this weekend, Christmas related or just for fun. If you're doing some holiday shopping too, enjoy. Bernice, I see that your comments over here too. Got 3 layers on. topless, rain gear. You're ready to go. Glad to hear that.
Walking the labs out there. And I'll
Nice.
say have a nice week next week.
Yeah.
Again, in case I missed you at 7, I'm off next week and try to get some Christmas shopping done and amongst
Awesome.
other things. But Russell and Dustin will be in covering the morning show next week. And I mentioned earlier, it does look quiet weather-wise next week. But when the guys fill in for me, typically the bottom falls out. Let's hope that doesn't happen.
Let's keep our fingers
Next week
crossed
with
here.
the weather, I don't need them working over hard.
Yeah.
So yeah, have a good week next week, and stay safe, stay smart out
Yep.
there.
Have a great weekend.
Yep.
Thank you, everyone.
This hour of the WITN First Alert Desk is sponsored by Toyota of Goldsboro.